What's up? What's poppin'? What's good? What's going on out there, fam? Bam! It is the homie, Mainman Mademan in the building. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing, man. Once again, it is an honor and a pleasure. I repeat, a honor and a pleasure to be on here with the boxing fam and the boxing fans. It's Sunday, so you know what that means. It's our time now, man. All day. Salute to everyone that catches this live and salute to everyone that catches this back on the playback. The homie will be right in front of y'all any minute. It's Sunday, fam, and we made it. You know what I'm saying? Looking forward to another episode. Y'all know how we get down on We Talking Boxing. For those who don't know, this is the episode where we just gather a bunch of boxing topics and we just kind of fly on through them. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know y'all like, yo, Mainman Mademan on this joint early today, though? For real? Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? I am a football fan as well, fam. So y'all know it's the playoffs. And y'all seen them skins get put out last night. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, man. Close loss. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I'm a Cowboys fan anyway. Word on the curb is that DC stand for Dallas Cowboy. Don't tell nobody from DC that, though. You know what I'm talking about? I see the fam sliding on through. Fistiana, what's up with your family? Salute to Fistiana in the building. Her and all of the ladies over at the liquor spot. Salute to your family. Salute to you. I got Chin Smoke in the building. That's fam right there all day. Chin Smoke, what it do with your homie? Robert Brown, what's up, family? Robert Brown, I've been seeing the level of support you're showing, fam. I want to say thank you, man. Thank you. And you about to get that blue suit very, very soon. You know what I'm saying? Bruce Goes, what's up with you, family? What's up with you, man? Light lit up in a building. Silver Salomo, what's going down, homie? What's going down? What's up with everybody, man? You know, so look, man, given that we doing an earlier show today, and let me get this music out of y'all ear, man. Given that we kind of doing an earlier show today, you know, we're going to skip the boxing history. I'm sorry for my historians. We're going to breeze on through the boxing history portion. The thing is, when I do these shows, man, they're already put together for me a day or so in advance. You know what I mean? So sometimes I add last minute stories and stuff like that. So when I put this one together, it literally hit me 10, 15 minutes before hitting the green button over here that, yo, you didn't do a boxing history segment. And I'm wrong on so many levels. You know what I'm saying? So I would tell y'all like this. No more missing the boxing history. I love the boxing history portion. No more missing the boxing history. I missed it on the last one, and I missed it on this one. So I apologize. You know what I'm saying? But I got to keep it pushing because I want to see these games. So let me think. Is anything else before we start rolling through these topics? Oh, I want to give a special shout out to someone in particular. I want to give a special shout out to my homie, my main man, Stormy B-Man, all day. Stormy B-Man did a beautiful kung fu film-focused breakdown of my main man, Sonny Chiba, as a request from me. And I say thank you to the homie Stormy B-Man fam. If y'all big on kung fu movies, go on over to Stormy B-Man's channel and check out his kung fu film focuses, man. Interesting. If you into them like 60s and 70s like kung fu movies, and I love those movies. I love them. Go check out Stormy's channel. He does a great job. He breaks the whole thing down. He gives you the behind the scenes, the in front of the scenes. He gives you all of the fun facts involved with those films, man. So salute to my homie Stormy B, man. Much love. And he will be getting that blue suit the second he pops up as well. You know what I mean? I think that's just about everything before we get this thing underway. Let me get right in front of y'all right now. Bam. You know what I'm saying? I'm going long hair, don't care. Is it all right with everybody? I'm going long hair, don't care. You know what I'm saying? Nope. Ain't no gray up in that bad boy. All curls. Ain't no nap. Say what you want. I'm going long hair. Don't care. You know what I'm saying? Real spill, man. So let's get to these topics, though, man, because we got a lot to cover. Oh, man. Look at that. The second I cut the camera on, here we go with the freeze frames, yo. Dang it. You know what I'm saying? I was hoping we can get through this without no freeze frames, man. So give it a second. Let's see if things go back to normal. If not, I'm going to have to go behind the scenes and just do this without the webcam on. Yo, man, every time I tried to get in front of his dude, and everything was going super smooth in the pre-production. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. It look like I'm going to have to do this behind the camera, y'all, unfortunately. And if we have too many problems, guess what? I'm taking it over to StreamYard. It is what it is. I had to do this last time. I was hoping to not have to do it this time. Dang, man. This thing got to get itself together. But it is what it is. We ain't gonna do much video on this one, and it's gonna be a lot of pictures anyway. So let's keep it pushing behind the scenes, shall we? First thing I want to do, something light off the jump. Let's take this one right here. Where's it at? Hold on. Where's my picture? Where is my picture? Is this one it? This is it right here. I want to give a second on this. Don't be talking about no Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul. Y'all know that ain't the MO over here. But I want to say this. You know what can officially stop these circus fights? You know what can shut this stuff down in its tracks? Do you know what stops these fights? If somebody knock one of these little Paul brothers all the way out. That's what we need. These dudes running around, they clowning, oh, we can make money. Yeah, we can fight Floyd. Yeah, we can fight Conor. I want to see Floyd knock Logan Paul out for the strength of that'll keep their asses up out of the ring. Maybe that's the answer. Maybe what they need is just a good old-fashioned ass whooping. I mean, knocked out. Maybe that would say, you know what? Yeah, we can get in there and play boxing. Maybe if one of the Paul brothers fight the McGregors, or if they fight Floyd, if Conor McGregor go in there and put him in an arm bar from hell, break something, hurt something, that'll keep these little clowns from out of the ring. You feel me? That'll keep these little clowns out of the ring. Go in there and give them a night. Don't go in there and play with them. Put hands and feet on them. Get them all the way knocked out. Make them wake up and say, I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to do this no more. That man knocked me out. I can't think straight. I can't see straight. That's never happened. See, these dudes, they're getting in the ring and ain't nobody getting knocked out. Ain't nobody getting hurt. They think it's all sweet. They facing each other. Ain't nobody. Someone needs to get hurt. I hate to say it that way, but somebody got to get knocked the hell out for this to end. And it's the only way. I came to that conclusion on my own. I think that's what's going to get this stuff out of the way. But with that being said, I'm hoping that Floyd really knocks this kid out if it happens. I want to see a knockout. And that way you can knock these dudes all the way out. The sport that we love so dearly. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it pushing, man. Let's keep it pushing. Let's start off right here. Let's go to this next one right here. Maurice Hooker versus Virgil Ortiz. Being highly talked about. Now, y'all been seeing the news float around about this. I like this fight. Yo, this is a Dallas matchup. This is a Texas matchup. You got Maurice Hooker from Texas. You got Virgil Ortiz from Texas. This is a very, very good fight and good for the trajectory of a Virgil Ortiz as far as the type of level of opponent that's needed for young Virgil Ortiz. Now, for those who don't know, Virgil Ortiz is now the second fighter from out of Golden Boy to get up with MTK Global. We just recently seen Jojo Diaz get down with MTK Global. Now, whenever you see these fighters linking up with MTK Global, that means that fighters that fights with ESPN fighters with top ranked fighters, easy work. Easy work. Now, in this situation right here, well, we got a bit of a politics in play. Now, I'm not sure, because this ain't been made official, fam. I'm not sure if this is going to make it to the official territory. I'm not sure. And why do I say I'm not sure? I'll tell you why. When I look at the boxing rankings, son, hold on one second. Let me go to the boxing rank. When I look at the boxing rankings of all of the sanctioning bodies, right? These two fighters are not in no sanctioning body together. And that's unfortunate. That's usually a bad sign. They're not in not one sanctioning body together. Now, though Maurice Hooker is the former WBO champion, he is not in the WBO rankings. However, Virgil Ortiz is rated number 2 in the WBO rankings. When you look at the IBF, you got Maurice Hooker at 8th, but there's no Virgil Ortiz to be found. You look at the WBC, you got Virgil Ortiz at 5th. However, no Maurice Hooker to be found, just Virgil Ortiz. And in the WBA, you don't have either one. So when it comes to boxing rankings, well, these two are not in no sanctioning body together, unfortunately. You know what I mean? Now, we know that neither man is also a world champion. So I'm just trying to figure out, is there real incentive to make this fight? The big incentive is the fact that both of these dudes are from Texas. And I'm sure that they're thinking about the Texas crowds. I'm sure that they're thinking about the money that can be made they can make some money at a gate. I mean, these are two hometown fighters. That's the upside right there. And on top of that, it's an entertaining fight. I mean, when you put these two styles together, it makes sense. Let me try to get back in front of y'all real quick. Let me see if it's working real quick before I keep pushing. Hold on. Let me see how this is going. Let me see how this is moving. If we moving good, then I can keep it going. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. That's the number one selling point when it comes to a fight between Mo Hooker and Virgil Ortiz. You know what I'm saying? It's a big deal in Texas. We're still freezing all over the place. Still freezing. All right, back behind the scenes I go. Back behind the scenes I go. So the thing is, that's the good thing. Now, given it, like I said, given the relationships of MTK Global, their relationship with Top Rank, their relationship with ESPN, fights like that for Virgil Ortiz, easy work. We know that Virgil Ortiz was trained by Robert Garcia. He's down with MTK. He's also down with Golden Boy. He has the machine in place to become the star that they want him to become. He has the state behind him. Think about it like this. When Canelo Alvarez departed from DAZN, the name that got floated around to lead the charge into over 200 plus countries was Virgil Ortiz and Ryan Garcia. That goes to show you how much stock that they really got in this kid, Virgil Ortiz. Now, we know in Maurice Hooker's side, he has just recently left that side of the tracks. He was down with Matchroom. Now he's down with the PBC. The good news about Mo Hooker being down with the PBC is the fact that he is a technically free agent. What do I mean when I say free agent? Because a lot of people kind of throw that and misinterpret what free agent means in boxing. Well, in this case, in Mo Hooker's case, he's a PBC fighter, which means he's not locked into no promoter, which also means that, at least that we haven't heard, because there's only a select few of PBC fighters that actually have a network deal. Now, he doesn't have one, so he's free to move. His only obligation is possibly to Al Heyman. And Al Heyman will have to sign off of anything that Maurice Hooker does. That's the only biggest obligation. But far as any locked in with the network, locked in with the promoter, he can't cross streets, that's crap. They all can cross streets, technically, for the most part. I already tell y'all that. But in Mo Hooker's case, like I said, he doesn't have a champion. He does got working relationships across the street, so maybe politically they can cross that divide. But I'm just wondering, what is the upside for Virgil Ortiz outside of just having the name? You know what I'm saying? Now, Maurice Hooker, who's been tied to a lot of names also. Regis Prograis, we know him and Regis Prograis tried to make that fight. Never went down at 140. Coronavirus got in the way of them two. And by the time it was over, Maurice Hooker says, I'm going up to 147 pounds. Regis Prograis says, I'm not doing it. You're going to have to pay me extra money to go up to 147, but I'll fight you at a catchweight. According to Regis Prograis, he doesn't want to leave the 140-pound division before he becomes a world champion again. I don't know how long you're going to wait, because if Adrian Brown will tell you to get on the first thing smoking, Regis, and come on up to 147, Regis, you going to do it. I ain't like how this whole thing went down between Regis and Mo Hooker, man. I didn't like how that played out. I don't know who was playing games, truth be told, because it's enough on both sides to say, you know, what went wrong in that situation. But that was just one name that Mo Hooker was tied to. He was tied to guys like Teofimo Lopez. You know, he's already got one fight under his feet now at 147 pounds and coming off of a stoppage. There were questions. Is Mo Hooker power going to translate up to 47? Look like it has, at least thus far, even though he ain't beat nobody on the elite level yet. But Mo Hooker got ways to go. But this is a good fight, man. But he got ways to go. Now, I got to tell you, man, when I go back to the Antonio Orozco fight, the one that Virgil Ortiz fought a guy by the name of Antonio Orozco. For those who ain't seen that fight, it's here on YouTube. Check it out. Well, that particular fight was not the Sammy Vargas fight, which was his last fight, but that fight taught me a lot about Virgil Ortiz. I know it's not an elite dude. It's not a premium opponent. I get it. But Antonio Orozco straight pressed Virgil Ortiz. I mean, press. Kept him under press, kept him in duress at all times. If you're looking for questions to answer on how good Virgil Ortiz really is, go back and watch that fight and look how he dealt with that adversity. You got to keep in mind, prior to that fight, Virgil Ortiz has never been past the 5th round. Virgil Ortiz is a power puncher. People had questions. Oh, is this power going to translate from 40 to 47 until he stopped Mauricio Herrera? First man to ever stop Mauricio Herrera. First man to ever stop Antonio Orozco. That's Virgil Ortiz. Riding like a 4 or 5 fight knockout streak right now. So he's actually stopped opponents, even though they've lost before in the past, like Herrera and like Orozco. But he's actually stopped these dudes, even in the Sammy Vargas case, his last fight, where Sammy has survived on the B level. Only time Sammy has ever been stopped is by A-listers. And I'm talking Errol Spence Jr. and Danny Garcia. Well, you can add Virgil Ortiz to that particular class. The guy can hit. The dude can hit, champ. Say what you want about Virgil. Virgil can hit. What I also learned in that Antonio Orozco fight. Yo, shorty, you got good defense. He does, but his defense is preferably more of the tight high guard and shelling and tightening up as opposed to using more head movement and agility. And, you know, punches do slide through. A lot of punches slide through on Virgil. You know what I'm saying? I will give him that, but I would like to see his head movement get a little bit better, but he still answered questions to me of what happens when he's pressed. Now, some may say, yo, main man, he wasn't pressed by nobody worth mentioning. I got Denise Ward's in the building. Salute to the queen. The queen, Denise Wards. Denise, I don't think I've seen you since the New Year's. Happy New Year's to your queen. Much love. I repeat, much love to my day one right there. Denise Wards is in the building. When I see her pop up in that chat, my day gonna go fine. You know what I'm saying? All day. But, yeah, man, but Virgil Ortiz, though, you know, good high guard, tightens up, punches do kind of get in down the stretch, and he can be worked. Another thing that Virgil Ortiz doesn't do, he doesn't swing between punches. Not much of a counter puncher, more of a lead off guy. Just like Ryan Garcia, like he likes to do them things where he just want to put his work on you. You got to get your work off if you can get through, but then he going to try to put it back on you, not catch you in the middle of something. And that's something I noticed that Virgil Ortiz is real, though he's a powerful puncher, but he's hesitant to counter punch. You know what I mean? But he got good power, good feet, good hard jab, real hard jab. Good punch placement. That's something that's special on Virgil Ortiz, too. Something I always say about Errol Spence Jr. The punch placement is the key. Virgil has great punch placements. Look where his knuckles land. Look where his punches are always aimed at. He mixes it up, upstairs, downstairs. Got very, very good punch placement. Loves to plant his feet in the pocket. He will fight you in the pocket with feet planted, which means he's getting all that power from his legs, which means that you can go night-night. Mo Hooker got his hands full. I don't like the fact that Mo Hooker likes to get dragged in brawls. I thought that was his downfall against Jose Ramirez. And I'll get to y'all comments real soon, fam. I thought that was his downfall against Jose Ramirez, unfortunately. He gets sucked into these brawls. If he gets sucked into a brawl with Virgil, Virgil gonna knock him out. I like this fight. It's competitive. It ain't no belts on the line. Neither man are considered elite, no. But for Texas, this will be big. That's probably the best thing, and it's also these are two still decent names for either man to get each other's name on their resume, bro. It's still a upgrade. You know what I'm saying? Still an upgrade. So I don't know, but we'll see, man. We'll see if this is just clout or if this actually comes to fruition. I'm hoping it does, man. I like this fight. It's very entertaining for us boxing fans. Aside from the politics and the polish, you know what I mean? And aside from the whole money talk and all that crap, A-side, B-side crap, this as a fight on its own merits is a damn good fight. So keep your eyes to the headlines, fam, and we'll see if they continues to push for this fight. Word is they in talks, and we'll see how everything all works out, man. All works out. So let me get to some of y'all comments real quick. Hold on, man. According to Chin Smoke, he said, yo, man, I definitely like to see that fight. All day, family. All day. Light Lit Up says, I have to say, the way to stop the circus fights is folks just simply stop paying for them. Simple and Simon. Simple and Simon. Bro, that's the way to go. But you know, sheep out here, man. There's so many sheep out here. One born every minute. You know what I mean? So I can sit here all day and talk about how much of a clown show it is and circus, and these are not real fighters. There's no skills involved, blah, blah, blah. It will go in one ear and out of the other, which means that a lot of people who going to watch this stuff ain't really boxing fans, bro. Just internet fans, Ryan Garcia fans, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Light Lit Up says, yo, man, Mo Hooker would take an L to Regis Prograis anyway. Also, Prograis still has work to do at 140. Otherwise, I would consider he underperformed in that division. Maybe that's the reason he wants to leave that. He wants to make sure he get that belt before he leave. Because if people going to look back at really what he did at 140, I mean, falling short. I mean, when he beat that cat for that world title, though, in the World Boxing Super Series, that's his highlight. That's his highlight. But losing to Josh, that was a tough one, man. That was a tough one. I got my brother in the building, D-Lo 44 Boxing. What's up with your family? What's up? Yo, everyone that hear the sound of my voice, y'all need to be checking fam out. Slim got next, man. I'm telling y'all straight like this. D-Lo, keep doing what you doing, bro, all day. That's fam right there. Rob Rook, what's up, man? Yo, man, what's up with you? Happy New Year's, family. Happy New Year's. I ain't seen you, man. Happy New Year's to my man, Rob Rook Davies, man. What's up? What's up? Hooker shouldn't bang with Ortiz. You right. He might get slept all day. Hooker better not get in there and hooking with the hooker. Hooker better not hook with the hooker. God damn. Hooker better not hook with a hooker. This man can punch. This man can punch. And like I said, in the trenches, when they in that close, he plants. He ain't moving all around inside the pocket. He plants. And he's swinging from them legs in the pocket. Mo Hooker better not get dragged into a brawl. He get dragged into a brawl with this dude. I'm telling you, dog, he going to sleep. He going to sleep. Let's keep it pushing, though, y'all. Let's keep it pushing. Let's keep it pushing. Let's get to this guy right here, man. Y'all see this in the title, man. Mauricio Sulaimon. What is going wrong here, man? What is going wrong? So, salute to the Boxing Social. Salute to the fam over at the Boxing Social. Man, these dudes, they interviewed Mauricio Sulaimon, who got some of the dumbest quotes I've ever heard an official from a sanctioning body ever say. Mauricio, how are you going to create a problem and then turn around and run away from it? How you gonna do that, champ? Let me make sure we all good on this thing too, on this live. All right, we good. How you gonna do that though, fam? This fool started the WBC franchise fire. And now he's running the radio like, I don't want nothing to do with it. I've already said what I had to say. I'm not getting into the middle of an argument with Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez. Leave him be. Look at this quote I got up here on the screen. According to Mauricio Sulaimon, and I quote, be it a fan, the media, a boxer, a coach, or promoter, whoever wants to ignore the franchise title can stay in the classical era and in the Stone Age. Damn, Mauricio, tell us how you really feel, Slim. Let's go to his next quote real quick. Tell us how you really feel. He goes on and says, and I quote, I have no problem in calling Lopez the undisputed champion. We have been very clear with each side. These are shots at Devin Haney on the low. We have been very clear with each side, with each boxer. And if they want to ignore that the WBC recognizes a franchise champion, then that's their problem. I'm going to stop right there. I don't think Mauricio Sulaimon totally have an understanding of really what's going on here. He really, in his mind, thinks that people got a problem with the WBC franchise belt. Look, belts get added all the time, right? This is boxing. This is 2021 boxing. We always see belts. We got belts for everything. They're going to start making belts for holidays. Remember, you heard that first here on Mainman Mademan. You're going to start seeing belts for St. Patty's Day, the 4th of July belt, the Christmas belt, the Martin Luther King birthday belt. You know what I'm saying? Belts for everyone. But Mauricio don't seem to get the problem, though. It ain't about your belt, cuz. You got belts everywhere. It's about your inconsistencies. This is the problem. This is what people come to me. They say, yo, main man, the WBA got a super championship. So what's the problem? They've already crapped on the most prestigious belt in boxing, which is the WBA. Well, that belt has already been crapped on. So what's the problem? You know, the WBA do it. I say to you, if that's your mindset, if you are a fan of Teofimo Lopez, a fan of Canelo Alvarez, and that's your mindset, I say to you, the deal is this. That WBA super is in every single weight class. In every single one of them. The WBC franchise is in 2 weight classes. Two, fam. That's the problem. Mauricio and the WBC should have thought this out a heck of a lot more better, fam. A heck of a lot more better. My thing is, if you would have at least said, at the very least, created a WBC franchise belt in every weight class so every fighter in every class can be afforded the same hookups of no mandatories, because in this same particular article, Mauricio went on a whole rant about mandatories and how they created the mandatory. And it was us that was looking out for the little guy in a nutshell. The champions, they didn't want to fight the up-and-coming. So it was us that created it. And now we're moving on. And we're creating something new. That's Mauricio's standpoint. We're going to be the innovators of boxing. But see, you don't understand about inconsistencies and how things look from the fans' point of view, Mauricio. You dig? That's what y'all don't get. People, y'all see the video I put out there this week. Teofimo has to face Devin Haney because he's never touched the WBC belt. Y'all thought I was crazy. I mean that. At least I told y'all in Virgil Lomachenko's case, it still would have been an iffy thing, but at least he would have said, I touched the WBC, the IBF, the WBA, and I touched them all. He's never touched the WBC. So if this is going to be considered the new WBC, like y'all trying to tell me out here, then why ain't that new WBC in every weight class? That's how you get rid of the crap controversies. You don't look like you picking and choosing. You don't look like you hooking this guy up over this guy. Mauricio don't seem to get that. It looks like you catering to promotional companies and certain powers that be when you cave for certain fighters. And now that you created this crap, you don't want to get in there and solve. Oh, you just want to be happy with whichever way the wind blowing. Trust me when I tell y'all, Mauricio cool with the setup. He got a great new check coming in for a new belt. Sanctioning fees for everyone. Y'all think he really tripping about that? No, not really. And this Devin Haney needs to be reading between the lines of what he is saying here. He is telling you, I don't care who complains. If you ain't cutting the check, you can complain all you want. I don't care who complains. And this is a shot at straight at Devin. Trust me when I tell you, this is what Mauricio Sulaimon wants. Sulaimon wants Devin to vacate and put Ryan Garcia right there. If you think I'm lying, I'm flying. And I guarantee you, as crazy as this may sound, I know, man, you be going in your own world sometime, right? If Ryan Garcia was right there, how easy would it be for Ryan Garcia to face Teofimo Lopez then? Would Teofimo Lopez had that WBC franchise title transferred to him then? Or no? Or would they have said, no, we just going to let him keep the regular, go after the regular WBC, and he got to go through Ryan Garcia to get it? Would the outcome had changed then? I wonder. But the fact of the matter is, this is what this is, yo. Y'all can say whatever y'all want. This is a shot at Devin Haney to let him know to pipe it down. And anyone else who got a problem with it, pipe it down. Oh, Noy's going to kick back up some more once Canelo Alvarez moves up to 160. Well, he's already there. And they kick that franchise up to Canelo at 68. Then what people going to say to keep him away from David Benavidez? What did Mauricio say in this article? Well, what do y'all, we want the best to fight the best, so we got to put to block the mandatories. Or is it to block certain mandatories? That's the question. Is it to block mandatories? Or is it to block certain mandatories? Because the mandatories that's getting blocked right now is Devin Haney and it was Jamal Charlo. Those are two very, very dangerous mandatories. And it's just so happened that those are the two weight classes that have franchise belts. Funny, Mauricio, and you don't see the problem with this. You just think that people are just complaining about a new belt. No. Or your new weight class that ain't nobody got on board with but the WBC, the Bridger weight division. The Bridger weight. That is the dumbest name I've ever heard for a weight class. The Bridger weight. It makes no sense. Oh, it's about someone that saved the dog or something like that, Mainman Mademan. I don't give a damn. That is the dumbest name for a weight class. But whatever, man. The fact of the matter I'm trying to make to you is that this dude is doing inconsistencies and trying to change the narrative to act like it's everyone has a problem with progression in the sport. We are trying to progress boxing. We are the trendsetters in boxing, and we just setting trends. No one has a problem with change, Mauricio. Everyone has a problem with inconsistencies. So if you want to do this, do this for everybody. That's all we saying. Where am I going wrong at, fam? Where am I going wrong? Let me get to the comments. I hope it comes off of fighters fighting. Imagine that, says Robin Brown. Yeah, same here. That's the way we always want to see progression get made, by fighters fighting. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. Bruce goes, what's up, family? Salute to Bruce, man. What's up? Any agency who presidentiary is passed down from the father to the son is highly suspect to me. That's it, man. Nepotism is real. Nepotism is real. Keep it in the family. Keep it in the family. Robert says, yo, fighters should form a union and refuse to pay sanctioning fees to the WBC and the WBA. Honestly, right now, the IBF is at least sticks by their own rules. I question their rankings at times, though. Facts. They're the only ones that stick it and staying consistent on what they believe in. They're not really too much compromising themselves for the powers that be in boxing. Salute to Daryl Peoples and the whole IBF. I wish I could say the same about the WBA, who got 25 belts in 35 classes or whatever the case may be. They got the weed belt, they got the Monday belt, the Tuesday belt, the Wednesday belt, the Thursday, Friday, and Saturday belt. As for the WBC, the green belt, the most prestigious belt in boxing, main man. Yeah, I hear you. They got money pouring in from all over the place. I did a story, I don't know if y'all caught it this week, talking about the WBC Clean Boxer program. And how now they are going to start, given that the United States has signed a new law into place where pretty much if there's any positive drug tests overseas in an international event that's being catered to America, well, guess what? Now these are criminal charges. These are criminal charges. So you fill that WBC Clean Boxer program or whatever, and you in a foreign country if you want to. They sending black cars and black suits all the way after you. That's crazy. That's a crazy law. Did y'all see that video? That is a crazy law, champ. The basically American athletes in college and in the professional ranks are protected. This doesn't affect them. Only any international event that's catered to the American audience, pretty much in a nutshell. If anyone pops up positive for PEDs on these events, whether they be from other nations or if this event is happening in other nations, it doesn't matter. They literally are now going to be invading foreign sovereign nations and locking people up. Whether it be the promoter, the event planner, they say that they're going to protect the athletes. Whoever is smuggling all the PEDs, only to international athletes and only to international events. Nothing stateside. That's crazy. Y'all better go check that video out. It's on the channel. But the WBC Clean Boxer program is all involved into that situation as well. So flunk if you want, y'all. Now it's criminal charges. This is unprecedented. It's never been done in the sport of boxing. No country has ever criminalized PED use in sports. Never. America's leading the charge. Check the story out. It's on the channel, fam. Check the story out. I think I got one more quote from Mauricio, man. Let me check this one. He goes on and says, and I quote, I don't care about that. I won't be going into a debate between what one said and the other responded, end quote. So he's saying in a nutshell, he ain't getting in the middle of Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney. I've already let it be known that Teofimo Lopez is an undisputed champion. That is according to Mauricio Sulaimon. Now, I've already told y'all in the past as well, like, yo, man, how do I feel seeing here as a boxing fan saying that this dude ain't an undisputed champion. Yeah, I got the WBC saying that he is. Yet when I go to just one more weight class up where you got Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez fighting for undisputed soon, well, their undisputed looks totally different than the one at 35. They're actually playing with the regular WBC belt. There's no franchise this. They're actually doing it the right way. How do you see that guy, the winner who has all 4 belts in that class, as the same as the 135 winner? How do you see them the same when one has mandatories in every sanctioning body and the other one doesn't? How do you see them as the same, Mauricio? I guess I'm wrong. My boy D-Lo say, yo, man, WBC is a hindrance to the progression and transparency of boxing. Facts. Disguised as progression. They're disguising their efforts as progression. They've done some good things in the past, I will admit. The WBC has led to a lot of changes in boxing. From, you know, the whole 15 rounds thing getting cut down, and even though it was said then that that was technically done for the TV networks and not for the safety of boxers, but that's another video. You know, the PED, the Clean Boxer Program, the Institute in Nevada, and all that stuff. Like they've made changes throughout the years. They became the most prestigious organization in the box. They just took that title away from the WBA. So they've made changes and progression through the years. But they've cut a lot of corners through the years. And they've watered boxing down through the years with their backroom deals. With deals between Jose Sulaimon and Don King. Things like that. Or the things that go down between the WBC and PBC. That's a different video as well. I'm just saying. I'm really disappointed in Mauricio Sulaimon, man. Real spill. Let's keep it pushing, man. Let's keep it pushing. I was going to do a Gary Russell Jr. story, but we've done too many of them. And it's the same old thing. Basically, Gary Russell Jr. calling out Tank. Y'all see the quotes floating around. Telling Tank that stop fighting smaller fighters in a nutshell. You know what I mean? But we're going to leave that one alone. I want to go to this Teofimo Lopez story. Let's get to the Teo story, y'all. Let's get to the Teo story. Teofimo Lopez, George Kambosos Jr. I think this is next all day. You know what I'm saying? IBF mandatory challenger right here. You know what I mean? It said that it's being reported that Australia's Kambosos, 19-0, 10 knockouts, a former sparring partner of Manny Pacquiao, scored his first major victory in a December 2019 split decision over Mickey Bay. This set up a final eliminator against former featherweight champion Lee Selby. Why these dudes be fighting so many featherweights, man? Lee Selby. Their initial May 9th date collapsed due to COVID. Then the fight went back to purse bid, and Kambosos objected to his reduced payout. That move paid out for him as he secured a higher purse when Matchroom once again snagged the rights and attached it to the Usyk and Chisora card. Pretty much in a nutshell, that Lee Selby fight led to an IBF eliminator, which was supposed to be, I'm guessing, a final eliminator, which now puts him into the crosshairs of the IBF champion and undisputed or something like that champion, Teofimo Lopez. Now, I know the name Devin Haney is coming up crazy. That's my first preference all day. You know, I do see Teofimo Lopez as the king of the division. So my thing is, given that he is the king, he makes the moves that he wants to make. That's how I feel as a boxing fan. I'm not caught on the popularity train like y'all. I'm not rolling, Tank Davis is the guy. He can do what he wants because he sold some pay-per-view. No, this is the king. Don't get it twisted. This is the king. It ain't his fault. Well, I always say that. Then again, he requested the WBC franchise. But it ain't his fault that he took advantage of the rules on the books. This is the king right here. He can do anything that he wants. And I'm telling y'all straight like that. If he wants $10 million, he can get $10 million because he got every belt and he's big enough to do it. If he walked to any of these promoters and said, give me what I want, you got to do it because he's the king around here. He's the king around here. So this move with George Kambosos Jr. Though I would like to see Devin Haney first, this is a page right out of Bob Aaron's playbook. This is a page. George Kambosos Jr. Let me tell you what they're looking at. They're not looking at the fact that George Kambosos is George Kambosos or any of that. They're looking at Australia. They're looking at what Jeff Horn and Tim Tszyu did in Australia. How many people did they pack in Suncorp Stadium? How many people was packed in Suncorp Stadium for Jeff Horn versus Tim Tszyu? They got full crowds down there in Australia. Full crowds. They're packing stadiums out. Y'all better understand what's going on here. If Teofimo Lopez was to fight Devin Haney without Matchroom or DAZN putting up pretty much all of the money, if that don't happen, where's the money going to come to pay this kid? Because contrary to popular belief, these kids are not as popular as a lot of people think they are. They are not that. They're in the hype building stage now. They got a lot of people fooled as if they running. Whenever you got to run to Mike Tyson, and whenever you got to hide behind the old guards of boxing to get them to talking for you, you ain't no popping star like that, champ. But they working on it. And I'm a boxing fan that can admit that they are all working on their hype and their popularity. Teofimo's doing it. Devin's doing it. Tank is doing it. And Ryan is doing it. The only one who possibly ain't doing it from the new gen is Shakur. Shakur just being a fighter right now. Shakur is cut from that cloth like Bud. He's just being a fighter. But the rest of them are building their hype. And it may pay off for them in their careers later on. More than like, but they're building their hype right now. And I think what this move does for Teofimo, in the spirit of what they're all really doing, no matter who's being fooled, of building their hype, this fight builds the hype of Teofimo. It helps him invade a new market, spreads his name, because I'm sure Bob Arum wants his hands on Australia. Trust me, a lot of promoters want their hands on Australia. It's a budding market, and you see the fans are packing stadiums. That means there's something there, which means there's money there. And that's what Bob Arum is looking at. Over Devin Haney, where we going to fight at? We going to fight somewhere here in America with no gate? I'm not popping. You ain't really popping whole time, if you want to keep it 100. I don't care what YouTube thinks. They ain't popping like that to the masses. They popping like that to us. And these promoters know these numbers. No matter how much we don't want to, they know the numbers and they know what this is going to generate. And they don't see it right now. But they see Australia. They see Australia. You know what I mean? Let's get into some quotes from Teofimo. According to Teofimo, listen to the stuff that he is actually saying about this, man. It will be amazing to fight. However many they can allow in attendance, 40, 50,000. It will shut everyone's mouth about my drawing power. Let me stop right there. What is the number one thing that these A-side, B-side dudes talk about all day, all night? Oh, well, your last fight didn't draw this. Your last fight didn't draw that. Y'all looked at me crazy. I know Spence Nation is mad at me right now for doing that last video. I was just poking fun at Spence Nation, but those are the facts. That's y'all logic. That's y'all logic. Don't get mad at MainmanMademan. That's the Spence Nation logic. Y'all come with this logic about ticket sales. So I said, well, fine. Adrian Bronner outsold Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford. Will he get 60% if he was the face of Earl Spence Jr.? And y'all say, man, you reaching. Man, you tripping. Man. No, I'm just applying your logic to the situation. Because now that you on the other side of that logic, how stupid does it sound? How stupid does it sound? Because if you want to go technical about it, Adrian Bronner is more accomplished, 4-division champion, right? And on top of that, he was the bigger draw with him and Manny Pacquiao did 400,000 buys. So if I apply the Spence fans' logic to the situation, that's what you get. Don't get mad at MainmanMademan. But salute to y'all all day. Come holler at me. But that's what these dudes do. So can you blame Teofimo for saying, let me get my numbers up? How would it look for him to step to Devin Haney or to Tank Davis and say, hey, man, I fought in front of 40,000 people. Have you ever done that? I packed out he was going to take the credit. I packed out an arena. I packed out an arena with 40 to 50,000. Now I'm bringing that to the negotiating table. Listen to what he's telling you in this quote. It will be amazing to be able to fight however many they can allow in attendance, 40 to 50,000. He is looking forward to fighting in front of 40 to 50,000 people. And it can be done if they popping up for Tim Tszyu. Now, Tim Tszyu's a star. They will be smart to give Tim Tszyu a call and say, Tim Tszyu, we need your name all over this event. Because Tim Tszyu popping in Australia right now. popping. I'm telling y'all. That's his market right now. That's his market. Costa Zoo's boy. So this is what he's looking at. Let's go to the next quote from Teo. Teo says, and I quote, "Money talks, bullsh walks." He goes on and says that if they want the king over there, they got to pay up. I think it would be a very smart move. Stop. Now, I've heard other promoters speaking about this is what Teofimo is going to do because it's a smart business move. I heard Leonard Ellaby talking about this. Says it's a smart business move, and they understand. This is what they want Teofimo to do. Trust me. Leonard Ellaby and Floyd, and also Oscar, they want Teofimo tied up. Go do something. We ain't ready for you right now. I keep telling y'all, contrary to popular belief, these dudes are not really ready to face each other. There's a lot of doubt there. This is a hype machine going on right now. And even Leonard Ellaby himself said what Teofimo is doing is a good business move. Well, guess what? Teofimo is about to go get his drawing power up, and he's telling them, bless me with the check. And you don't think Australia going to pay that to get some spotlight on them? Y'all don't think that, because they know that Teofimo Lopez, undisputed champion, what does that do in the Australia market? I don't know, but that's a big attraction, and they're going to have to pay young Teo. I don't know if they got $10 million for him, like he asked for Devin Haney. I don't know if they got that, but they got some money down there. And that's what he's looking at. So I ask you, fam, if you were a boxing promoter, would you steer your undisputed champion towards Devin Haney? Or would you steer him towards Australia? That's what you got to ask yourself. And think about the mindset of Bob Arum. How much money is Bob Arum really going to make between a Teofimo Lopez and a Devin Haney? This is just the realism of boxing, fam. I know we talk a lot of crap throughout the week, but this is the realism of it. This is what they're looking at. Australia looks like a meal. Kambosos is beatable in their eyes. The money is there. The crowds are there. It's a no-brainer. Anything else in the meantime, between time, is just hype, I think. You know what I'm saying? I think. So, it is what it is. Let me see what y'all saying. Black Star. I got my brother, Black Star TV, in the building. What's up, family? Salute, fam. Salute, man. Our boys went home, bro. Our boys went home. I seen your vid on that, man. But that was a hurting video to listen to. I felt your pain there, fam. I felt your pain. You know what I mean? Hurt me all the same. But I got a little bit of gratification last night seeing them skins lose, though. You know what I mean? Salute the Black Star, man. Salute the Black Star. Light lit up. What's up, family? What's going on, bro? PBC done since the Loma fight to get you in there with the real comp. Says my comment was a little broken up, but I hope my point was understood. PBC, let me make sure I got your comment in there, fam. PBC, hold on. PBC done since the Loma fight to get you in there with real competition. Okay, so yeah, are you saying far as for Devin, or who are you saying for as far as the Loma fight? They're done. You got to break that down just a little bit more for me, family. I got my brother, Monty Brown TV, in the building. That's my main man right there all day. Y'all, man, the man needs no introduction. Y'all know who Monty Brown is to this channel, and y'all already know. You know what I'm saying? Check out the family. Hey, bruh, I hear you got bodies hanging around this joint, fam. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see Monty put that work in last night. I saw it. You know what I'm saying? Monty, good job, bro. You held your own, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you went through there and y'all did that, man. And I'm glad, hopefully y'all two, you know, at least come to a conclusion. You know what I mean? Because it's been going on so long. But I'm glad you tied that up, fam. You did a great job last night, bro. I didn't catch it live, but I caught it this morning. Salute the Blood Boxing, the OG, for letting y'all rock out like that, man. That was a good thing, man. And I'm glad y'all got that off y'all chest, man. Real spill, man. And but I hear you got bodies hanging around this joint, family. Salute to my man, dog. Salute to my man. D-Ray, what's up, family? What's going on? Don't be mad at me, man. Spence Nation. Nah, man, I got love for Spence Nation. I got major love. See, Spence Nation think that I ain't got love for them. We about to do a Keith story, too. Spence Nation think that I ain't got love for them, but I got major love for them. Major love. Monty is my main man. But I give Spence Nation a handful. I will admit, because I'm Team Crawford, and I will admit that. You know what I'm saying? And so it is what it is. But I ain't no hate in it at all. I'm looking forward to seeing these two brothers come together and make something monumental and historic. I'm looking forward to it. And that's why it angers me to keep involving the name of Canelo Alvarez in this situation. Canelo ain't got no place here. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, fam. Y'all, if I don't want him hear nothing about no Canelo Alvarez when it comes to Bud and Spence. I just don't. This is their movement. This is their deal. Canelo got his. You know what I mean? Canelo doing whatever Canelo do. That ain't got nothing to do with the biggest fight in boxing. I want them to keep this for themselves. I don't want no one coming around trying to, nah. They built this on their own, and they need to do this on their own. And I want to see it come full circle. With a rematch. Might I add. So I got love for Spence Nation, bro. I got a lot of love for Spence. And believe it, contrary to popular belief, I got a lot of love for Devin. Devin Haney Nation give me a lot of flack. Think I'm hating on Devin. No, man. I actually have Devin's best interests at heart. And I'm tired of seeing the young boy get screwed over. But I'm always side with Devin unless we talking about Gary Russell Jr. But no, man, I ain't got no problems with, man. I got major love for Spence Nation, man. I need y'all, man. I need y'all up in the building all day. You know what I'm saying? All day. But as for this story right here, man, you know, Teofimo is letting you know why he pretty much is going towards Kambosos. It checks more boxes than Devin Haney's fight, unfortunately. Is it a bigger fight? Yeah. Is Devin Haney fight a more competitive fight? Absolutely. Will it give us the undisputed answer that we looking for? Absolutely. But this is boxing. And you got to think for who Teofimo Lopez fight for, and that's Bob Arum. They're looking at the Australian market. They're looking at the money. They're looking at the opportunity. They're looking at the crowds. And unfortunately, with a pandemic going on, that takes precedence over a lot of things in boxing. So, and I'm favoring Teofimo to beat Kambosos. And Kambosos got some good wins under his belt, man. He got some really good wins under his belt. So, I'm favoring Teofimo Lopez. And as we get closer to the fight, if it comes to fruition, we will get into the styles, breakdown, and the whole 9 yards. All right, y'all. Let's get him up out of here. One more. Let's do a couple. Matter of fact, no, not one more. 2 more. I want to talk about this right here. I forgot about this one. Did y'all hear Anthony? Let me get Teofimo Lopez. Hold on. All right, here we go. Did y'all hear where Anthony Joshua got floating around out here? Now this is hilarious, bro. He is calling himself, well, he ain't really called himself, but he's alluding to himself as being a modern all-time great. And of course, you know who had to chime in on this, none other than Tyson Fury. You know what I'm saying? And he's saying that he believes, what Anthony Joshua is saying is that he believes a modern all-time great can basically fight in any era. Well, Tyson Fury came out and says on his Twitter, a great, my ass. You got knocked the F out by a chubby kid who had 3 weeks notice. You are great at looking good on pics, I must say. With who? You know what I'm saying? Damn, that cut like a knife. He basically saying, you ain't no great, Slim. First off, it's never a good thing for a fighter to call himself a great until his career is over. That's something for the crowd to determine, and that's something for the boxing public as a whole to determine. We will place you amongst the greats. We will place you in whichever Hall of Fame that we desire, if you are good enough, Mr. Joshua. You know what I'm saying? But Tyson Fury don't feel that way. Now, I'm going to ask myself this question. To myself, do I consider Anthony Joshua a modern day all-time great? I say this, man. That's a tough one, bro. I'm going to say this. Can we take the all-time part off and just call him a great? If we can say, is he a modern day great? I might get rock with that. But when you say all-time great, that means I have to consider the era. That means that this era has to stack up against previous era. And I look at today's heavyweight boxing and I say, well, is with Anthony Joshua, his wins over Klitschko, who is an all-time great, his wins over Parker, his wins over Ruiz, his wins over Dillian White, because these are the biggest wins. Does that constitute to be an all-time great? I'm going to say he's a modern day great. In order for him to be considered an all-time great, I mean, through the histories of boxing, I mean, placed up there on the Mount Rushmore, you got to get Fury or Wilder. You got to get Fury or Wilder. You got to get one or the other. You cannot leave your career without beating one of these dudes. Y'all be too quick to give titles like this out, man. I'm sorry, yo. I think what his wins are good wins. I don't rate Joseph Parker through the halls of time like that, but he was a champion. I don't rate Dillian White through the halls of time like that, but the fact is he is who he is. And Klitschko was an all-time great. Sure. I got to give him those credit, but in the totality of things, amongst the all-time greats, the Alis, the Foremans, the Fraziers, the blah, 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 you got to give me Fury or Wilder. You got to get one. You can't call it quits until you give me one. For me to give you, because, and I know people may say, well, man, the Klitschko win is that's a 10-year run. Yeah, but he been beat by Fury. He just got beat by Fury, though. That's what hurts that situation. It wasn't AJ was the first one to beat him in the day. It was Fury. And that's why I'm like, yo, man, that's a struggling. It's close. It really is close. It really is close. Really is close. Let me see what's going on with my sound here. Damn, man. Let me hold on one second, fam. Bear with me for a second. Let me catch back up on my audio. What happened here? I notice it's not. Okay, it might just be sagging. Hey, yo, fam, do y'all hear me out there? Let me know y'all hear me out there, man, because I want to make sure that everything is going on, man. This software has been giving me the blues. This is the last one that we doing on here, man. Last one. I just want to make sure y'all hear me. Okay, cool. It look like we rolling through. We rolling through just fine. All right. Sorry about that, fam. Sorry about that. But at the end of the day, that makes this a tough question for me. You know what I mean? But I'll say he's a great. I'll say he's a great. I mean, you got to give it to him. He's beating who he's beating. He got to give me Wilder or Fury to be an all-time great. He'll be known amongst the best of this era. One of the best of this era. I ain't going to say the best. I'll say he'll be known as one of the best of this era so far. Because this era, since the Klitschko reign has ended, it's been shared by multiple heavyweights. I mean, he's gotten most of the belts, sure. But they wasn't against, like, the greatest things in the world. So I'm just going to tell me, if there's 3 kings in this era right now, he's got to beat one of those 3 kings to be considered an all-time great. It don't work like that. You know what I mean? When we say all-time greats, they were kings that fought each other. It wasn't determined until after those kings fought each other who was an all-time great. So I'm going to say that I need him to beat one of the 3 kings to be considered a all-time great. Other than that, you're just great for this era. And that goes for all of them. Now, the reason that Tyson Fury is going to be considered an all-time great, because look who he beat. He's already there. He beat Klitschko and he beat Wilders. Love it or hate it. Love it or hate it. He did it. I don't want to hear nothing about no crap. So whatever he did it. He's in there. At this point, I think. This is why Fury is number 1. Because he beat the man that beat the man. He beat the man that beat the man, then turned around and beat the most dangerous heavyweight on the planet. That's all-time great stuff. So, right now, Anthony Joshua, unfortunately, bruh, you got to get like him. I'm going to move on from this. Last but not least, fam. Last but not least, got to get this one here. And that is my man Keith, man. What Keith at, man? What I do with Keith was, there you go. What my man Keith at, man? My man Keith, old scoop ball head. Hey, Slim, let me tell you something like this, Keith, from one light-skinned brother to the next light-skinned brother. When you rocking your hair long, like I'm rocking mine long right now, and you get that first cut, Slim, your hair all thin looking like that, bro, you got to tuck it for a couple days and let it fill in, man. That's just the way it go, man. But my man headline like way back there, though, champ. You know what I mean? Damn, bro. But my man Keith got a new attitude. with a new hairdo. Say what y'all want about Keith. He is back with a new hairdo. Is this showing a new and improved version of Keith? I wonder. Keith says, yo, man, he coming back for those belts. It was pure shameful. I repeat, shameful of what we just recently heard Sean Porter say about Keith Thurman. Oh, I told the people, I told the powers that be to keep Keith away from me. And I told them that I don't want to fight Keith. And no. That was a shame. Keith got a new haircut, Sean. He letting everybody know, bro, he coming back. He coming back for what's his. Remember, at the end of the day, none of y'all has beaten this man. He lost to the legend. But none of y'all ain't beat him. Nobody from Keith Thurman's era has beaten Keith Thurman. So for you to say that, Showtime Sean Porter, I'm telling you, bro, like I told y'all in the previous video, the man is looking for easy outs and easy routes. Easy outs and easy routes. I don't want to fight Bud. I don't want to fight Keith. I told the powers that be to keep Keith away from me under any circumstance, even though he beat you for the belt. Beat you for the belt. Gave you an opportunity. Now you don't want to go near Keith Thurman. I'm looking at Earl Spence Jr. And let's just call it 100. Let's keep it 100, fam. He said those same words. I don't want to have anything to do with Keith Thurman. I don't understand that. I'm lost on these dudes. Spence Nation, I know y'all hate Keith. Y'all hate him to the core. Why don't they y'all just wipe him out? He's saying that he wants Earl. Earl got to go through Keith. No one has beaten Keith. See, y'all be running around here acting as if the man has been beat. He's never been beat. He's never been beat. So that tells me what? Yo, guess what, yo? Technically, against all of y'all, he undefeated. So y'all can try to make Earl the new Keith. That's fine. That's the new thing. Make Earl the new Keith. Forget all about everything Keith done. Crap on everything Keith done. Keep Keith out the spotlight. Let no one be reminded that actually, technically, no one beat Keith. Manny beat him, sure. And salute to the great legendary Manny Pacquiao. But y'all ain't beat him. Y'all don't have no standing and saying why you don't fight Keith Thurman. When I hear Earl Spence say the reason he ain't fighting Keith Thurman, it makes no sense to me. This tit for tat crap ain't never been in boxing. Oh, well, you didn't fight me, so I'm not fighting you. That sound like some girl stuff, man. This tit for tat stuff ain't never been in boxing. Y'all new age fans, man. Man, Keith Earl ain't gotta fight him. Table. When I see tables turn, bro, that is like the dumbest slogan I've ever seen in boxing. You telling me a multi-million-dollar fight that's going to send ripples through all of the sport of boxing, forget that fight. All because I'm trying to prove a point. Y'all boxers need to stop being so emotional, dog. Y'all getting each other's paid. Y'all making millions together. What are you talking about? The only reason that you don't want to have anything to do with Keith is because you scared that Keith was going to ruin something. That's what it is. Man, you hit it right on the bullseye. What is Keith going to ruin? Is he going to ruin your payday, Sean? You want that payday with Earl? What you tell your man on your podcast? Shut up, man. You're going to mess my money up. He going to mess your payday up, Sean? Is that what you so afraid of? Keith going to come through and wreck your little cash out fight? What you scared of? Earl, what's up, bro? Why you talking like that about Keith? It's one thing to talk like that about Terrence because he's across the street. You know, you can say, what is he doing here and things like that. That's fine. But this guy on your side of the street, this is your joker, bro. This is your joker, man. This ain't no regular fighter to you, bro. This is a joker. This is the yin to your yang, man. This is your villain. And you saying what? You saying what? Y'all better watch out for Scoop Ball. Scoop Ball is coming back with a vengeance. Scoop Ball he ain't playing flutes no more, man. He ain't walking around this joint looking like Sonny Chiba. No, what he is doing, he got a fresh haircut with a new attitude. I hope my man Keith come back and take what's his. He's going to have to take what's his. Dog, y'all ever see that movie? I just heard Stormy talking about it. Hero. I think it was Hero. It was a Jet Li movie. When he was like the man, right? And he was whooping everybody, bro. Beating down everybody. He was just vicious dude. So he started to get a little arrogant. Right? Goddamn, bro. You know what? The Keith Thurman story is just like that. He started to get a little arrogant, Jet Li. because he was beating up on everybody with ease. He started drinking, and his little followers treating him like crap until this one cat came out of nowhere, wiped out his whole family, and sent him into this spiraling depression because he got upended by someone who wiped him out, sent him into the wilderness, gone somewhere. And then what happened? He go there, he study, he get his mind right, and then he come back and he faces these guys. And he come back and he takes what's his. It took a lot out of him to do it in the end. Remember that last punch? Took that last punch. And I don't even think he totally put the dude down, if I recall. But he had to come back and get what was his. That's Keith Thurman. That's Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman, boxing need a hero. Boxing needs a hero. Everyone's talking A-side, B-side, bro. Everyone's having a staring contest, Keith. You got a new haircut, bro. Your head look like, a scoop ball, but you got a new haircut. Is the new haircut going to bring back the old Keith? Is the new haircut going to bring back the old Keith? We need a hero, bro. Are you going to do it? Can I believe in you again? Is Keith ready? Or is this haircut just some fly stuff to say, yeah, I'm hip now. Y'all can stop talking about my ponytail. Is that what this for? Or is this shit telling us that the new haircut signals that the old Keith is back? Which one is it, bruh? Because boxing needs a hero. I don't know. But I know I'm hoping. And I'm hoping. But I think that this sets boxing up to be in a very good place. And I'm going to say that. Regardless of what team or what fighter you root for, the addition of Keith Thurman back to the welterweight division puts boxing in a very good place. Now, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself right now because I know how Keith do. You know what I'm saying? I know how Keith do. But I will say I'm hoping. With his skill set and what he brings to the fight game, it makes all of these fights, including fights with Bud, 50-50. Keith Thurman is the one I feel more confident in any fighter at welterweight to say matched up against any of the elites. No one has a serious advantage over Keith Thurman. You can say that Earl got an advantage over Sean or Terrence got an advantage over Danny. You won't say any of them have an advantage over Keith. And this is why Keith is necessary. And this is why Keith is wanted. And we need Keith back in the game. All we need you to do, bro, you dig, is maybe grow a little bit more hair to cover up the shape of that scoop ball head of yours, bro. But other than that, we rooting for Keith, and we going to see what this going to do. Let me get some comments in, man, and I'm ghosts. You know what I'm saying? Much love, y'all. Let me scroll down. Oh, okay. Thank you, family. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. I'm going to go back some more. All right. Lawrence Williams, my brother's in the building. L-Dub, what's up with you, man? What's up with you? February 13th will be a huge day in boxing. Warrington versus Kanzu. JoJo versus Romanov. Oh, that's going to be, that Kanzu and Warrington fight. I wish they hurry up and get that out the way. See if we can get Gary in there, bro. Texera Castano on DAZN. Smith versus Vlascow on ESPN. And AB versus Campa on Showtime. I like that, fam. Boxing is on the road back. Including my man Adrian Bronner, bro. Including Adrian. Man, I'm rooting for AB, y'all. Y'all see my video on that, man. I'm rooting for AB. I'm in AB's corner, man. You know what I'm saying? My man got a $4 million lawsuit hanging over him, and he cannot lose right now. I am rooting for Adrian Bronner, man. Thanks for that update, Lawrence, man. Much love, family. Thanks for that update. Y'all need to check out Lawrence Williams, man. Full-fledged